Everybody who knows the music of the Beatles wishes that the Beatles had never broken up. Maybe they would all still be alive. Consider a 60-minute cassette tape from another dimension, from a parallel Earth, where the Beatles are still all alive, where they continue to release albums. You are listening to one of those albums right now. Like a scene from Alice in Wonderland, James Richards went down the rabbit hole. In the year 2009, in Del Puerto Canyon, California, his dog began to chase a rabbit. When James tried to chase his dog, he tripped over a rabbit hole, and when he fell, he got knocked out. When he woke up, he seemed to be nowhere near the canyon. He had a bandage on his head, and he lay in someone's bedroom. He could hear traffic outside the room. But inside the room, by the window was some kind of technological equipment. He had never seen electronics like that sitting in someone's bedroom. Then the door opened, and his dog ran in, followed by a greasy-haired man who called himself Jonas. Jonas said he found James unconscious. James was surprised that his dog had stayed with him. "Where am I?" James asked. 20 feet from where I found you," said Jonas. James did not believe it. There were no houses in Del Puerto Canyon. "We are still in the canyon," said Jonas. "But it's not your canyon. In my world, they built a city here." Jonas had been traveling on alternate worlds. It was against the rules. But when he saw that James needed urgent, immediate care, he rescued the man and brought him and his dog back across the dimensional barrier. On Jonas's Earth, back in the 1950s. Back in the 1950s, when we were spending our money on NASA and the space program, attempting to reach the stars, Jonas's government invested in opening a portal in their own backyard to infinite Earths. James and Jonas, for a long time, just talked. They talked about the cost and the danger of using the parallel travel unit. They talked about differences between their two worlds, differences in population, differences in food, differences in television, the TV being one of those technologies shared by both worlds. Then James said something like, "What's your favorite band?" Maybe James was only a little surprised when Jonas said, "The Beatles." Then Jonas said that right now they're on tour. They're on tour. Who could put the blame on James for asking for a little proof that the Beatles were all still alive? Wherever this planet was spending its money, it sure wasn't on stereo equipment. Although they had some odd speakers, which sounded good, but looked like cardboard accordions, they were generally behind the times, because they were still backing up albums to cassette. Jonas had never even heard of a CD player. But citizens of our own world may not have heard of this. This is called a cassette tape. And this is how we used to duplicate our music. You record the album to magnetic tape, then you write the song titles on this card, which tucks inside the cassette case. Anyway, Jonas produces this very cassette. Jonas will not allow James to take the tape home. It's against the rules. But, seeing as Jonas broke the rules by rescuing James, maybe James could break the rules by stealing the tape, which he did, while Jonas was in another room. Soon, Jonas returns the man and his dog right where he found them, on our planet Earth. And though James still has this cassette, he does not have any more information about the tape. Only the album title, Everyday Chemistry, and the names of the songs. No date, no record label, no cover art, no liner notes. Only one unknown Beatles album, recorded by John, Ringo, Paul, and George.
I'm sick to death of seeing things from tight-lipped condescending mama's little.
I have seen some of the experiments shown in this film actually carried out